Welcome back, everyone. Well, a little piece of history for you. I remember clearly the first time I got a baseball glove when I was a kid. And I remember playing Little League Baseball. And I just remember so much, I learned so much from it. The reason I bring that up is that, we live in a day and age when, every kids are all absorbed with video games, things on their phones and stuff like that. And what it is for a community to have a baseball team right in the heart of our community. Bring your kid, bring your grandkid, expose them to it. You learn so much about yourself and your competitive spirit and positive stuff like that. So joining me today is a name that many of you know, Ben Bernard, who's been involved in baseball for a long time, right, Ben?
Yeah, definitely.
And Ben is the owner of the Glens Falls Dragons, who actually play right in Glens Falls at East Field. So welcome back, Ben.
Thank you, Jesse.
Very nice to have you here. With that kind of, I know you feel this way. You've been involved in baseball for a long time. You owned some minor league teams. Glens Falls was home to some of these teams. Then you moved to Albany and did it down there and whatever. And you came back, and what brought you back?
Well, the previous owner had talked to me about coming back, seeing if I could help him out, and turned out that the team was for sale. So I decided that it'd be a good opportunity to try to bring baseball back in a better way. And so I decided to buy it, and a lot of people have helped me out. The community is supporting it very well. The city stepped up, with us and really wants to see baseball stay there. So it's a great opportunity, and I feel good about it.
I bet you do. What is it about baseball that you love?
Well, I think the biggest thing is when you come to a ballpark, see kids there, families. It's very inexpensive entertainment, and I think we need that in our society today. Having kids come to a ballpark and looking up to, ball players, but also being with their family, fathers and mothers at a ballpark, and I think it's just great.
Yeah, I agree with you too. How about the phrase positive role model, right?
Yeah, and you hope, these kids get, especially at East Field, they get to come down there, play with the kids. Our guys will play toss and catch with them. We bring the little leaguers out on the field, so it's a great opportunity for us to do a good job and make the community support it.
Yeah, I got you. Now, last year was the first season. I think you were telling me 50 games, 25 home games. That's a pretty big schedule. How'd the first season go?
Good. We just missed the playoffs, but attendance-wise, we did very well for the first year out of the gate. We had to rebrand, with the Dragons.
That's right.
A lot of companies and businesses in this area have certainly stepped up to help us out, and I think it's going to do well in the future. Baseball is going to stay there, and I think that's the key to this, especially with the city wanting baseball and baseball fans themselves. They showed up, and now we've got to do our job to help promote and get more people to that ballpark.
Yeah. I was telling Ben before we went on air here that a buddy of mine and a neighbor, John Jacobs, affectionately known as Ruff. Hey, Ruff. We were talking the other day about putting new lighting in the field.
Yeah.
And John's going to be involved in that personally. Tell us about that, because there's some changes coming up.
Well, I think the biggest problem that we've faced, the lighting there at the ballpark is 35 years old. It's not energy efficient, so it's cost quite a bit of money to the city, and then when you rent the ballpark, it's so expensive because of the lighting. So John Jacobs and National Grid and a lot of people are working on trying to figure out the best solution to get relamp the ballpark. And
yes.
That is a big deal right now on the table for everything that's going to happen there in the future. So if we can get that, that's a big piece of the puzzle. We get that taken care of, we should be in good shape for other events at the ballpark, not having to charge so much, to have events there. So we'll triple, quadruple the events that could take place there if we get the new lights in there.
And just something about the team itself, by the way. They're part of the Perfect Game League, right? Is that it?
Yeah, and it's, Amsterdam has a team, Albany, Dutchman, the Amsterdam Mohawks, which the Amsterdam Mohawks been a great team over there. Brian Spagnuolo, those guys do a great job. We're in Little Falls, Oneonta. We go out to Elmira, New York, Rochester area with Victor. So it's grown in the last 2 or 3 years, and it's a big. For these small communities, it's a great way to have an entertainment at a ballpark during the summer months. So it works out very well.
And these are pros, as a matter of fact. The majors, I mean, they called us the scouting league, right? They come in and look for players,
yeah, definitely.
Right?
A lot of these kids are they're top kids in the country playing, getting ready to be drafted, by the major league teams. The Perfect Game League, and one of our big sponsor for the league is the like the largest scouting bureau in the country for Major League Baseball. So it kind of blends in and fits well. So and they're very supportive, and you know, and the college coaches around the country, they have to send these kids in to play. So it's created a real good area for these kids to you know, learn the game and have good coaches and everything else. So
you know, a positive influence on the community is that we've got the USCAA Baseball National Championships coming in May. Hats off to you for doing that. That's a big one. Tell us about that.
Well, a friend of mine, Bob Godlewski, who has been around the baseball business, Schenectady, and this whole area, he's the athletic director and the coach over at St. Joe's College in Rutland, Vermont. And he was able to try to host this event, and he called me up, wanted to know if Eastfield would be available, and I jumped on it immediately. I said, of course it will be. We'll make it available. And so it's a good opportunity for you know, having that tournament here, but bringing in 9 other teams from around the country, $50,000 to $75,000 just in, you know, between hotels and food. So it's a nice little thing for the area. So we're going to try to run it right, get it for 2 to 3 years down, you know, the continuation, right, sure. And so we'll see how it goes. But I'm very optimistic about it right now. Now
the championships start. I think you said it was May 8th, right?
May
so
8th.
Roughly May 8th through the 13th, right?
Right, and we've combined a Little League home run hitting contest for the kids.
Oh, that's great.
That's going to be Saturday, and then the finals take place Sunday. We have a banquet at Heritage Hall. We've booked Heritage Hall for 350 people at the Civic Center, so that's a great opportunity there. We'll have the banquet, and then we'll turn around and have a home run hitting contest with the little kids, Little Leaguers, and then the College World Series guys on Sunday night. And then starting Monday, we go right at it, 5 games that day, starting like at 8:30 in the morning. And it continues until like Thursday. So,
you know, there's such an excitement around a championship week like that, isn't there? I mean, it not only affects the players and the teams and whatever, but the fans, and they take it into town with them. You know.
Yeah, and a lot of parents are going to come in, you know, just for this occasion. Once they know the teams that are actually got the bid to get in here. So, you know, it's just it's a good feeling. You know, it's going to be tough because of a lot of the high school kids will be playing, but at night we'll have enough night games. So. We should draw pretty well.
Now, when does Dragons season start this year?
We start like June 3rd at home.
Okay. Again, 50 games, right?
Yeah, 50 games, yeah.
25 home.
Yep.
And if they go to the website, they can find out what the season looks like,
yeah,
right?
Definitely. Yep, glensfallsdragons.com.
Yeah, got it. All right. Boy, Ben, it's always great to have you in. And I just have to go back to that. It harkens back to an era that you and I understood and knew probably better than the kids do today. But what a positive influence it is for our community to have the team, you know. So get out there, bring your kids, take them out to the ball game.
Yeah,
right.
Oh, definitely, it's great. And I think fathers, when you see fathers with the kids at the ballpark, and they're saying thank you, you know, hey, we come out to the game, but thank you for having baseball here. So that tells the story right there.
It does, you know. And in case you don't know, running any small business is hard, but you try tackling a semi-pro team like this. It's a lot of work, and Mr. Baseball here knows what he's doing. So,
well, some days,
yeah, I hear you.
But a lot of people have helped us out, and that's the other thing, you know. And you know, I continually, we've had a lot of interns, college kids coming in, helping us out big time. So it's fun. It's fun to put that all together.
That's great. Senator Betty Little, by the way, I want to close with this, had enabled through the state government to get a grant. There are some improvements going on for the bleachers and the grounds and stuff like that. If they're successful in getting new lighting in there, I mean, baseball is back with a vengeance in Glens Falls. So Ben, thanks very much for coming in. We'll be checking in with you during the season, see how things are going.
Thank you, Jesse. This is very good for us.
Good, you're welcome. To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.